This is Susan Bush for SGTV. We've been waiting 5 years for a new show from artist NICOLE STRASBURG. And it was so worth the wait. For many artists, last year's home confinement was an opportunity for extended time in the studio. And for NICOLE, it was a time to explore new ways of approaching her paintings, with the possibility of finding a different way to express and showcase her most prevalent subject matter of the last few decades: sea and sky. So how did NICOLE make changes in this new body of work? Well, she took the time to look deeply at the eternal reflection of sky on sea, the way they move together, sometimes mirroring each other perfectly, only to break apart and show off their individuality. She took the time to work out color patterns and compositions in small gouache paintings, later translating them into larger oil paintings. NICOLE closely studied subtle gradations of color in different combinations, and then applied what she'd learned to natural shapes rendered in their most simple form. A breaking wave is then reduced to a single line of translucent green, and a sunset becomes a striation of every shade of orange shot through with complementary colors. The sea changes its shape based on the tides and the wind, but its color relies primarily on what is transpiring in the sky above it: all the storms and sunsets, all the cumulus and then cloudless skies. NICOLE's brushstrokes are the conduit between above and below, eternally connecting the dynamism and symbiosis between sea and sky. The perception of a sea change reveals itself in the show in a few ways. The obvious is the painterly representation of the ocean and its shifting moods. Less obvious is the subtle message of how the artist has pressed herself to change how she approaches her artwork. Lastly, sea change can be applied to the world in general right now. We are all surfacing, charting a new course to find our place in the world again. And change is a word that has been floating through the ether for the last year or so. Lives have changed. The way we operate on a daily basis has changed. But there is a certainty in change as well, especially when it applies to nature. The ocean and the sky are continually changing, continually transforming and adapting. But their change is also the constant we can rely on. And we can rely on artists like NICOLE STRASBURG to continually chart a new course across seas that lead to places that may be new, but they're always beautiful. In that sea of change, we can find our place. NICOLE STRASBURG's Sea Change will be on view from July 30th through September 27th, 2021. Come see it.